Welcome to another episode of the Brosketeers podcast. I'm your host, Isaac Cruz, and today is Sunday, 8:40 p.m. Sunday, March 28th. Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, Monday. Going back to school. Again, it's gonna be a torture. Bro, fucking torture. Today we're bringing you Yondon the Saska's bios and YK Osiris bios. YK Osiris, rapper, singer, American singer, rapper. And Yondon the Saska, American YouTuber, a famous YouTuber who does music too. He's a rapper too, and animations. On the Brosketeers podcast today. That will start right now.
Find another way. Baby girl, don't want, but go find another heart to break. I need more, I need answers. Every time I ask you, just shrug and put your hands up. This money made me handsome. You held my heart for ransom. Baby girl, I understand you tryna get your fans up.
We are back. I'm sorry, I was just communicating. So like I said, we are bringing you Yondon the Sauce God, American famous YouTuber, and also rapper, and we're gonna be bringing you, white rapper, American singer, white guys. So let's begin with the first subject. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read a little bit of the bio because I don't like want to make it boring. What I'm gonna do is read a little bit of the bio and play some of his animated stories and music, and then we're gonna be talking about the next subject, and then the same thing. I'm gonna read it and play some of his music so you can guys have an idea, and a little bit of his interview story, and that's it. So Yondon the South God, Don Hines, born in December 29 of 1994. 1994. So yeah, age 26, better known online as Yondon the South God, is an African American YouTuber and animator who currently resides San Diego, California, USA. His real name is Don Hines. His nationality is Jamaican American, residency San Diego, California, United States. He lives in Los Angeles, by the way. He lives in Los Angeles. He has videos, animated stories on YouTube, and they're really funny, by the way. They're really hilarious. He's friends with 340 Day guys of our intro song. So basically, he was born in Jamaica, um, and he has parents, divorced parents and stuff, and he then went to he went here to Florida first. He lived in Florida, then from Florida, he he left he moved to San Diego, California for college, and then he lived in he lived in Texas, and now he's living in L.A., Los Angeles, California. Like I said, he's friends with rappers, famous rap group, 340 Yori. The guys of our intro song, you can look it up, 340 Yori. We use them a lot for our intros and outros and rights reserved videos, productions. And for my vlogs too, I have used them for my vlogs too, for Isaac Light, which is now Isaac Vlogs because I have to change it, the name. So nevertheless, moving fast forward, the point is that he started doing YouTube, he blew up, and then he became an animator and did all this YouTube animation content. John Don the Sauce God YouTube channel, you can look it up. He has 2.22 million subscribers, 113 videos. I tell funny stories. They're animated. That's pretty much my whole channel. So that's just his channel bio. So they're animated stories. It's pretty good. It's really funny. I'm gonna find one who's funny. I'm gonna play two funny of them. I want to play one of the ones that I really like called Too High to Try, featuring Yo-Yo, and then I'm gonna play another of his animations called He Slapped Me in front of the entire class. I'm gonna play just two, and then I'm gonna play some of his music. Because I don't want to take the whole podcast showing his animations. I'm just gonna show you two of the funny videos I enjoy watching of it. They're really hilarious. And if you want, for all the guys for all the guys, girls, women, and boys and mans that are listening, for everybody that's listening to us on all podcast platforms, and on YouTube, for all guys that are listening to us on all podcast platforms, you can go on YouTube and search up John Don the Sauce God. You can watch all his animated stories, and for the guys on YouTube, John Don the Sauce God. There it is. The channel there for you guys. You can guys go watch it and subscribe and hit like. And we're on YouTube as the Brosketeers TV, all capitalized for the guys on podcast platforms. So there we go. I'm gonna play some of his funny, hilarious animated stories. So stand by. And for the guys on all podcast platforms, we're on YouTube. So if you don't hear anything for a few minutes, it's because I'm fixing the screen, putting it in position for the videos and all that. But you will be able to hear the story, but you can also watch us on YouTube. And watch this Yon Don the Sauce God on YouTube. Search up just Yon Don the Sauce God, and it will appear on YouTube. You can watch a lot of his videos. I'm just gonna show two, but you can watch a lot of his funny videos. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Fuck. So I'm gonna fix that screen, and we'll be good to go. So stand by.
Sorry, I'm closed off, I'm close to myself. I followed my dreams, you don't know how that felt. I would leave alone, but can't take home myself.
I don't know the last time that I told myself that I want to. cause I wanted it. Girl, you know that's what I'm gonna do. I can spend my nights, girl, with nobody else. Sorry, I'm closed off, I'm close to myself. You wanna talk?
I was like, yo, we gonna have to see how this goes. So we pull out of the parking lot and Benji starts driving down the street. Men's is braking mad hard and jerking the car forward, and I'm like, yo, bro, you good? He's like,
I was mad living with you. I couldn't sleep naked.
oh yeah?
Hell yeah.
I
mean,
you
pissed
could have
off.
asked.
What?
I mean, like I walked into the Foot Locker and then got my size. It's like, well, you know, what's going on? You know, is get these little slaves to work. Wow. Get them to work. Get their little hands to stitch up these shoes. I need some fresh Nikes. What are we doing?
Nothing like crackhead strength. That crackhead immune system. Crack don't kill you.
Nothing will.
Nothing. That crack don't kill you, boy. Crack make you stronger, boy. What COVID gonna do, nigga? You got crack in your system, nigga. You high. Can't do shit. What the cough gonna do, nigga? You cough more smoking crack. I'm not rapping on that.
Go ahead, Will. He
So we
said,
about to sit down, record a podcast. Where you doing? You better bring your ass. We about to talk shit for 2 hours. Get them Sour Patch Kids, get them sours. I'm cracking jokes. Don got the beat. And I'm about to go beat my meat.
So this is the beginning of sophomore year of college, and by now a lot has changed about me since high school. One of the more notable things that changed was my stance on recreational intoxicants, in particular those of the cannabinoid variety. I'm talking about that herb, that grass, reefer, hash, Mary Jane. If you don't know, you don't know, but if you do, you know exactly where this is gonna go. During my sophomore year of college, there was about a 3-month period where I was a bona fide herbal enthusiast. Every day, sometimes twice a day, I would elevate to a higher plane of existence. And because I was doing this so often, I started to get a little cocky. You know, I was like, hey, I can hang with the best of them. Bob Marley, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, there is no such thing as too high. Well, one afternoon, I was chilling on the couch in the living room of the apartment by myself. I was probably playing on my phone or something when I hear the front door open. In walks one of my 3 roommates, and for the sake of the video, let's call him Benji. Benji was a 6'10" monster of a guy, right? Just huge. And I say guy, but he was really a kid. He was only like 18 years old, and granted, I was 20, but he really felt like a little brother, even though he was 5 inches taller than me. He played on the basketball team and was an all-around great guy. Now, Benji was extremely passionate when it came to the grass. He was even more into it than I was at the time. So he joins me in the living room and tells me that he had gotten his hand on some cookies. Now, of course, these weren't your grandma's cookies, alright? These were moon rocks, because allegedly, eating just one of these cookies would put you in outer space. Benji then offers me one of the cookies. Now, like I said, I now consider myself a veteran herbal enthusiast, so I felt confident that I would be able to handle whatever this cookie was going to throw at me. So I reach into the Ziploc bag and I pull out a moon rock. It was dense with a rough texture, kind of looked like a rock, to be honest. It was about an inch and a half wide, and just by looking at it, you knew that this was made with the sole intention of putting you on the moon. So Benji and I eat our cookies, and just like that, a night that I would never forget began. So we're sitting on the couch watching YouTube on the TV. Maybe 30 minutes has gone by, and I'm definitely feeling something, but to be honest, I was not impressed, right? I look over at Benji, and just by the way that he was staring at the television, I knew that this dude was gone, bro. Yo, Benji. 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 Yo, it's good, bro. Bro, you're gone, bro. I'm so gone. You feeling it? Kinda. I don't know. It's not really hitting me like that, to be honest with you. Really? You want another one? I don't know. I feel like I should give it like 30 more minutes. I don't know. Oh, okay. Can you drive? Trying to go get food? I'm kind of hungry. So, feeling what I thought was sober, I grabbed my keys and we start to head to the car. It was only about a 5-minute walk to where my car was parked. But as we were walking, I noticed that it was becoming increasingly difficult to walk. It felt like I was dragging my feet through wet cement. The air became thick and everything around me started to pulsate. The trees, the ground, the buildings, everything was vibrating.
5,
And then
4, 3, 2, 1. 0. We have commitment. We have liftoff at 2:13.
just call me Kid Cudi, bro, because I was now the man on the move. I turned to Benji and I'm like, yo, Benji, I don't know if I can drive, bro. What are you talking about? We're already in the car. When did we get in the car? Bro, we've been in the car for like 10 minutes. What? I was going in and out of the fourth dimension, bro. I was time skipping. So, we're in the car, and it's cold outside, by the way. It's like December, so we don't want to get back out of the car. Plus, both of us were now very hungry, and there was an El Pollo Loco literally half a mile from the apartment. Like, you could almost see it. It's like 7:30 p.m. It's kind of dark. There were cars on the road, but not that much. So, after thinking about it for a whole 30 seconds, I decided that we could make it. I back up the car and begin to make my way to El Pollo Loco. No sponsor. We went maybe 0.1 miles when I realized that I had made a terrible decision. I could not drive, bro. I was using all of my mental faculties to just remember which pedal was the brake and which one was the gas, bro. Like, I was genuinely terrified, bro. I did not think we were about to make it to this chicken place, bro. I turned to Benji and I'm like, bro, we gotta pull over. He's like, what? Why do we gotta pull over? Bro, I can't drive, bro. I can't drive. What do you mean? I don't think I can drive. It's too much. I don't think we gonna make it. Bro, we've been in the drive-thru for like 5 minutes.
Excuse me, sir. Can I get you to pull forward to the next window, please?
When do we get here? I don't. Bro, just drive up. Things weren't looking good, okay? I was these moon rocks got me, bro. I wasn't functioning, man. So we pull up to the next window, we order our food, pick it up, and then we pull around and park in a parking spot. My thinking was that we were just gonna sit in the car, we're gonna eat this food, and that would give me some time to just like, calm down a little bit. That's what I was hoping for. Bro, we eat the food. Bro, it was worse, bro. I don't know how, it was worse. I was sure that I could not drive anymore. So first, I was like, okay, looks like we about to be just chilling in this parking lot for at least the next, 2 hours, right? But then, I remembered that Benji was 18. He probably had a driver's license. Hey, Benji. Yo, what's up? Do you think you can drive? I think so. All right, good. Here, come. I think you need to drive us home, bro. I don't think I can do it. Okay. So Benji and I switch seats. He backs up the car, and we begin to drive home. It didn't take long for me to start second guessing this decision. Just by the way dude was backing up the car, things were already looking shaky, bro. But I didn't want to get back in that driver's seat, you feel me? So I was like, yo, we gonna have to see how this goes. So we pull out of the parking lot and Benji starts driving down the street. Man's is braking mad hard and jerking the car forward, and I'm like, yo, bro, you good? He's like, yeah, I just haven't done this in a while. So I'm like, okay, just stay calm, take it easy. We just down the street, bro. We pull up to the first big intersection. This was gonna be the hardest part of the journey. If we could make it past here, we were good. What made this intersection so challenging was that there was no like dedicated turning lane. Like there was no green arrow to tell you to go. It was just a regular green light, and you were gonna have to use your judgment to know when to turn onto the street so you don't run into opposing traffic. So we get to the front of the line, Benji pulls out into the intersection, and we're just sitting, waiting for an opportunity. A couple opportunities pass, and I'm like, yo, Benji, you gotta go. The light's about to turn yellow. He's like, I'm trying. I can't do it. The car's coming too fast, Benji, bro. The light's gonna change. After this car passes, you gotta go. We're in the middle of the intersection. I'm trying. They're not letting me turn. Yo, the light's yellow, bro. You gotta go. Don, I don't think I can do this. We gotta switch back. Switch back? The light's about to turn red, bro. Just go. Benji gets out of the car and starts to walk around to the passenger side. Yo, what are you doing, bro? Just switch seats. You can drive. The light turns red. We in the middle of the intersection, and Benji is standing outside of my door. The traffic on the street we were trying to turn into starts to flow. Cars are honking, and there is nobody in the driver's seat. Now I'm freaking out because, you know, this was a busy road, like cops were always on this road, and I was still on the moon, bro. I sober up, I get out of the car, I get in the driver's seat, and then I drive home, bro. As we're pulling up to the apartment, I turn to Benji. I'm like, yo, where did you get your license? You can't drive for shit. Benji looks at me and says, bro, I don't have a license. What? I asked you if you know how to drive. You said you know how to drive. No, you asked me if I thought I could drive. And I did. It's just a lot harder than it looks. Huh. Wow. Remind me never to ask you to do anything ever again.
I've always loved sci-fi. And the idea of being right on the edge of discovery and the frontiers of space. And doing exploration in Eve allows me to do all of that stuff. You get to use cloaking devices, probes to scan down unknown parts of space.
Feeling right, feeling nice. Got another one, where will we go?
So this story takes place during my final year of high school back in Jamaica. It was the same year I got suspended for selling candy during class, which, if you haven't seen that video, link in the description. I'd just gone back from lunch and I was sitting in my seat waiting for class to start. So I'm there chilling when one of my boys, Kimani, shows up and takes his seat beside me. So we're there chopping it up when I noticed that he kept scratching his chin as we talked. At first I ignored it, but eventually it got to the point where it was all I was looking at. Like, I didn't even know what he was talking about anymore. So I asked him, yo, why you keep scratching your chin like that? You good? He stops talking, and then he starts laughing. So now I'm confused. He sees the confusion, and then he realizes, nobody told me about B-Word. So he proceeds to explain. B-Word was a game that a group of guys would play during school, where you would agree that if you say a word that starts with the letter B around anyone else in the group, they would have permission to slap the everlasting life out of your face. In Jamaica, a slap in the face is known as a box. Thus, say a B word, get a box. Simple. Here's the catch though. If you say a word that begins with a B and you acknowledge it by scratching your chin, then nobody can slap you. Which explained why Kimani kept scratching his chin. Now, I had never heard of a game like this. It sounded like a terrible idea. So of course I immediately asked to join, because when else would I ever get the opportunity to slap my boys around with no fear of retaliation? Of course, I would also be putting myself at risk, but I felt fairly confident in my chin scratching capabilities. So, with the locking of our pinkies, I was inducted into the B-Word group. There were about 7 guys in total in the group, and right away, I had a target on my back. I was fresh meat, least experienced, most vulnerable. I was like a baby turtle, and these guys were all like, whatever hunts baby turtles. Didn't take long for them to catch me slipping. I was outside in the corridor talking to one of my other classmates, a civilian, when I said a B word. What was the word? Who knows? Book, banana, booty. Could have been anything. What I do know is that I didn't scratch my chin. Falcon! I had been slapped with the force of 1,000 suns. Once I gathered myself and turned around to see who had violated my face in such a manner, to my surprise, it was Kamani. At first I felt betrayed because we were good friends, but right then and there I realized that there are no friends in B-Word. There are only those who slap and those who get slapped. And in that moment, I decided I am the one who slaps.
T-Mobile está renovando su red a un ritmo sin precedentes. Fuimos los primeros en traer...
Yo, if that is not how every anime protagonist starts off, bro, like you get betrayed by a friend, I don't know what is. Now, side note, in the last video, I asked y'all to hit the like button, and y'all went crazy, man. Over 100K likes. I don't even know if I ever got that many likes on a video, period. And that video doesn't even have 600,000 views as of recording this. So, I'm not even gonna put a number on it. Yo, y'all just go off, man. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the video and if you're excited to see how this story ends. Alright, that's it. Okay, back to the story. Revenge filled my heart, and with bloodlust in my eyes, I started to hunt for my first victim. And then I saw him. It was technical design class. The teacher was almost never there. It was the perfect setup. I sat 2 seats to the left of him with my head on the desk, pretending to be asleep. But I had one eye open, just enough to see if he was scratching his chin. But his guard was down, and it was only a matter of time before he said a B word. And as soon as he said it, I sprung up, arm cocked back. By the time he saw me, it was too late. Get over here! More. So I continued to hunt. I claimed 2 more bodies by the time school was over. One of them was Kamani. That one felt good. School would end, and we would all go home. And that was that for the day. While I was home, all I could think about was B-word. I was even scratching my chin at the dinner table. Of course, my mom sees this and asks what's wrong with my chin. At which point, I'll come up with some kind of excuse, because first rule of B-word, never talk about B-word. The next day, we get to school and B-word is still in full effect. It doesn't end until you break the pact with everyone you were playing with. So you show up to school ready for smoke. So the day goes on and I am struggling to catch someone slipping. Everyone was on point. Fast forward and it's the end of the day, and then the entire senior class gets called to the auditorium for graduation rehearsal. Right away, I'm excited because if I was gonna catch someone slipping, now would be the time. Plus, all the crowd had made for good cover. It was the perfect storm. So we get to the auditorium, I scan the crowd, and then I spot him. Clarence. Still on my hit list. In fact, Clarence was the only dude in the group that nobody had caught. I started to make my way through the crowd until I was within earshot of his voice. He was talking. Good. So I'm listening, waiting. It was kind of hard to hear, but I was determined. And then I heard it.
Yo, chicken curry is bomb though.
Gotcha.
Yo, Clarence!
Get over here! Solid connection.